when I used to work at the after-school program, I gave this talk one time to the teens there, and they had sorority and fraternity kids that would come in, and they were mentors to the kids, and they'd help them get their homework. And when I gave this speech one time at one of the after-school programs, the next time I went to the other side of town, I was going to do the same thing because I was about to leave and I wanted to get in my final remarks, I guess. When I got to the other one, there was more of the college kids than there were the kids that we were there to help, that wanted to hear what I had to say. And I totally get why, because I know so many people of all different ages that never learn this one thing I'm about to say. It doesn't matter how people see you. It really matters about who you are. And I've heard, you know somebody in your community that you look at and you're like, wow, they're really doing good. They've got a huge house that is absolutely gorgeous inside, decorated so beautifully, lawn so manicured, the most expensive SUV that you can find, and I would name one if I could think of one, but I'm driving a 2009 Rogue with 194,112 miles on it. So obviously I don't know a lot about expensive vehicles, but you know those people, and then somebody that's close to them, eventually when you'll be like, wow, they're really doing good. Somebody will say, yeah, well, they've maxed out every credit card they got. They can't even pay their bills. And then like somebody I went and saw this week was saying that he knew somebody that lived like that, and he saw them in bankruptcy court. So, and that he said they looked really embarrassed. So you can do all that, and you can have all these wonderful, wonderful things, and make people think that you're really doing good, and really feel like a fall and so much shame when you can't keep that appearance up. But there's really no need to do that, because it doesn't help you to make people think you're a certain way if you're not that way. It's going to be a struggle inside of you all the time if you're trying to do that and you're not able to keep that up, because you're going to know, and you're always going to be thinking somebody's going to figure it out, and that's no way to live. And I tell you, there's a lot of people. You can go to Nashville any day of the week, and you can walk into one of the songwriter places like the Bluebird or something like that, and the person that looks like the biggest bum there has probably got more money than any of us will ever have, because they've figured this stuff out. They're living the life they want to do. They're writing songs. They're selling them to, whoever. At one time, I'm going to say Garth Brooks, because he made more money than anybody ever has in country music. But, they're selling these songs to people like that, and they're making lots of money, but they're living the life they want to live. They're not trying to make people think they're a certain way. So they have all that money, and they're still not doing what a lot of people do that don't have money. They just want to appear like they have money. But the thing, that's not the talk that I have with the kids, but it feeds into that. What I told them was that, over the time that I worked at that after-school program with college-age kids and high school, and it started at 12, so 12 on up, through college, because we did have the mentors there. They didn't know anything. They didn't know any more than the high school kids that we were taking care of, that were living in the housing project. They had no more clue. No matter what background, wherever they came from, how much money they had, nobody knew this thing. What I just told you, that appearances don't matter. And so I would see all these little girls. We had one really gorgeous fraternity. I'm sorry, my throat's still not clear from waking up this morning. Really gorgeous young man that all the girls were batting their eyelashes at all the time, and couldn't seem to get anywhere. And it was just hilarious to me to see all the ways that they twisted and contorted to try to make this person like them. And you can tell, never being themselves. But we had one little girl that every week when she came in, she would be talking about, dates she went on or something that she did that was really exciting. And her name was Brooke, and she hardly ever wore any makeup at all whatsoever. She twisted her hair up in a little bitty knot. She wore jeans and probably some sort of loose sweater, t-shirt or something all the time. She just really did not try to do anything extra or to be anything different. But it seemed like every time she came in, she'd been on a date with somebody different, had some really awesome experience. And these other people, looked like they were just struggling to get one date. These little girls looked like they just couldn't figure it out. And so that's one of the things I wanted to address, is how these people tried so hard to be something they thought somebody would like and didn't get anywhere. And the one that tried not at all to do that was the one that had the most success attracting people, because that is really attractive when you figure out who you are and you are that. And so that's what I wanted to explain to him, that no, it doesn't matter if it's about dating who you want to date or whatever. It all is the same. You just need to figure out who you are and be that, because it's, like I said, it's really attractive. You never have to look over your shoulder to see if somebody's going to figure out that you're playing some sort of game. And you'll feel comfortable, you'll feel comfortable in your own skin. Plus, if you're not pretending to be somebody else, then somebody just like you, or somebody that wants somebody just like you, will be able to see you're that person, because you're not trying to be something else. If you put on this act to be something else, they're never going to be able to see you. So you can't do that. You have to be yourself. And I'm in town now, and I just passed a state trooper, and I am in the car by myself talking. So I'm going to shut this off so that I don't get a ticket because I'm on my phone. But it is hands-free, so that's the good thing. But you noticed I'm not looking at the camera that much. But anyway, so be yourself. If you start that today, I guarantee you by the end of next week, you'll feel like, you'll feel like a different person. And you will. But that different person will be the real you instead of the one you've been trying to make people believe that you are. So that is it. That's my rant for this morning on my way to Lafayette. So have a good day, people.